Hello friends, it is approximately 1,000,000 degrees. I'm hoping you can't hear the fan running behind my camera. So today I am back with a new type of video that I've never done before, but I am very excited to make. I've got a sort of spooky, gothic, secondhand and thrift haul. These are all things that I got from either Depop or Goodwill over the course of like a month or so. So, like I said, the Depop things obviously all came online in the mail, right to my house. And the Goodwill things I had to actually go to the store for. I made a few trips there. This is not all from one go. Obligatory, wear a mask, wash your hands, stay away from people and all that. I really like both of these places. Depop has a lot of cool stuff in different variety, whereas thrift stores are a little harder to find things in. Although I will say Depop is sometimes an adventure. I swear a lot of the sellers on Depop don't have a brain cell between them, but we managed. And then Goodwill is pretty hit or miss, so we definitely gotta keep trying, keep looking around. For this haul, I'm not sure how I managed it, but most of the clothes that I got ended up being from the women's section. Everything's unisex if you don't give a shit. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with the things that I got from Depop, and I will be showing all of these things tried on as well. So the first thing that I got is this jacket blazer thing. It's got sheer sleeves and a very shiny sort of neckline. Lapels, that's what they're called. So when I got it, it was a little bit long for me. It is also a woman's cut, and I was worried about the chest kind of coming forward too much. But I think, like, I can lay it down flat, so I think any forward that it goes is just me being shaped like that. The sleeves were also pretty big around, where I could pull my hand all the way through it and back. So basically what I did was, on the cuff, I just moved the button about an inch back so that it grips my wrist a little tighter. And I initially thought of making the armhole smaller on the bottom, so that I could sort of, I don't know if that's fully in camera, pinch it up like this, but it kind of made it so I couldn't move my arms when I pinned it. I just smacked my microphone. So what I ended up doing is I pinched it a little bit at the top so that I still had most of that range of motion, and I picked off the collar, and then there's a seam right here in the middle. Basically I ripped it down and then put it back up and cut like an inch or so off of each side, and then reattached the sleeve. I didn't cut any of the sheer part off, and I just reattached it a little bit gathered, so it gives it a little bit more poof at the shoulder than it had, which I quite like. I might go over the buttons because they're only that one little hole, so they feel not like they're gonna fall off, but they're a lot more wiggly than like a 2 or 4 hole button. And yes, the only other problem that I had was that it was a little too well made, so I had a hard time finding the very tiny stitches to pick them off without making a bigger mess. So it's a little wonky on the inside where I had to put it back together because it's frayed so fast. But like, it's all on the inside, can't really tell. And I will be giving a list of the sellers' names down in the description of this video. Okay. And the next thing that I got is this sort of frilly sheer pirate shirt. It doesn't have much stretch. There's like a little button right in the front to hold it closed. And so it has this little almost keyhole, but if the ruffles sit the right way, you can't actually see it. I didn't realize when I bought it that it was going to be see-through, but like if I wear a full tank binder under it or something, you can't really tell, or just wear a flesh-colored one, or this one again did have giant sleeves. Like I could, with the elastic not stretched at all, just pull my whole hand back through. So I took out the elastic, cut it down, and put it back on so that it holds onto my wrist a lot more tightly. Again, I had a little bit of a tricky time getting the elastic off, and my sewing machine was giving me problems and kept like making giant knots, so you can kind of see the giant knots on one side, but overall I think it's hidden. You can't really tell. Yeah, I don't know if the camera can pick up that this is sheer, but it's definitely pretty see-through. And yeah, I'm not sure what else to really say about it, but I will put in plenty of clips of showing it all off. Alright, so the next thing I got is this sheer, sort of polka dotted, roughly folded cardigan. So it's this little sheer polka dotted mesh with pleating in it, and I did wash it on a regular cycle without really thinking about it, and it stayed pleated, so it held up pretty nice. And there's a band around the edge that's this soft, like, velveteen fabric. One thing I don't like on fabrics like this is that they're always soft going up. I know it's supposed to for some reason, but I really wish it was soft going down instead, you know? I do wish the sleeves were a little bit longer. They're that sort of like 1/2 to 3/4 length where I either want to push them up or pull them back down. Like they just sit right here real awkwardly, but it's not bad. I can't complain. It was pretty inexpensive and it's really comfortable. I really like it. I'm hoping I'm not just smacking my microphone a million times. I put it on my sleeve instead of my collar, so I didn't like... Alright, and then the last thing I got from Depop is this KillStar T-shirt. What is the print showing? So it is this print, which I had seen on their website and like floating around on Instagram and places like that before, and I thought it was very pretty, but it was a little on the expensive side because KillStar is very expensive. So I obviously didn't buy it. So I found this on Depop a little on the expensive side, so I messaged the seller if they could bring the price down at all, and they were super nice, brought it down by about $12 on like the public listing. Like they didn't say I can bring it down, they just were like, hey, I just dropped the price publicly. So I pretty much grabbed it as soon as it was dropped, so that I wouldn't miss it. And I didn't think much of it until later when I went back to check and realized it was a woman's cut. The only thing I have from KillStar is one men's small shirt that I got probably a few months ago, and I only got it because it was on the clearance rack for like $12. So it ended up fitting fine. The only thing I am not super fond of is that the woman's cut is a V-neck, but it's a minor detail. I don't really care. It is very soft. And the other thing about it that I'm not super fond of is how long it is. This covers my entire butt and part of my legs. I am not very tall, so that could be part of it. It was listed as a shirt, so I don't know if actually, it probably is a shirt and just quite long. The other shirt that I have from them is also very long. It's not terrible if I wear it like with a longer sweater over it that kind of hides the length of it. But overall, I'm quite happy with this. I love the print. It is very soft. And the other thing I really don't like about KillStar is that, I mean, amongst other stuff, is that they put their logo all over things. So I'll be like, oh, that's a cute print. Oh, it says KillStar, KillStar, KillStar. And I'm like, no, I don't want to wear your logo. So they ended up hiding it right under the eyes. It says Kill and Star. So like, not bad. Alright, and now on to my goodies from Goodwill. Okay, so the first thing that I got from Goodwill was this book set. It is 6 out of 10 of the Cirque du Freak books. I read these way too many times in middle school and high school. And I sort of impulse bought it because this whole box of 6 books was only $1 for the whole thing. I honestly didn't even like check out the quality of the books. They're like a little bit yellowed and not great, but there were 6 for $1 and I'm quite fond of them. So oh, this one has a review from J.K. Rowling. Aw, remember when that meant anything? Alright, so the first clothing item that I got from Goodwill is this velvety button-up shirt. It's a little, shapeless. I'm probably just gonna trace another button-up shirt over it and fix the sides up a little bit. I don't know if it's actually supposed to be like a night shirt. I don't think it is. It doesn't look like one. I might also replace the buttons. They're like these little, I don't know if that's gonna focus. These little like velvety capped ones. They're not terrible, but I might go for some contrast instead. Because I have a million buttons floating around, and why not? But either like silver or just like black plastic ones, just so they show a little better. They're also, again, that sort of single hole or like little dip on the back. Where I don't think like they're in danger of falling off, but they don't feel as secure as like a 2 or a 4 hold button. It's quite cute, it's quite comfy. I might do something more exciting with it soon. Okay, I just realized this haul is entirely tops except for this item and a book. I buy a lot of shirts, I guess. So, the next item are these sort of velvety leggings. I don't know if this is gonna show up. They're black velvet. They're leggings. Again, the same problem of... This side has less cat hair. So the same problem of like, they're soft up instead of down, which isn't the end of the world, but I wish they were soft the other way. I expected them to be too small, but they're super stretchy, so they fit quite nicely. I don't love the like super visible seam up the front. Like definitely stands out more than it needs to, but again, not the end of the world. They're still quite cute, and I can hide it if I wanted to. And I think these would go very well with that pirate shirt that I got off of Depop, the sheer frilly one. I will include a clip of that, because I think that would look nice together. And yeah, I honestly don't remember how much I paid for these, but I think it was like $3, maybe? And my final item for this haul is this just black velvet t-shirt. I got a lot of velvet. Huh. It's just plain black velvet. It's soft in all of the directions. And yeah, I haven't had much of a chance to wear it because it has been so hot, or I've like been working in my work uniform. Alright, so that is everything that I have today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a like and possibly subscribe for more content in the future, and I'll be back again soon. Thanks for watching.